The Big 12 Sound Roundup.
Check 1, 2.
The best bites, cheap shots, and excuses from the week's post-game news conferences.
Welcome back into First and 12 here on this Sunday morning. Mitch Harper, Matt Baiamonte filling in for Alex Curie, who's down in Las Vegas for F1. First and 12 brought to you by Macy's Grocery Store. Happy shopping. Get the freshest fruits and vegetables from local farms and your favorite local brands. Macy's Happy Shopping. You heard the open Big 12 Sound Roundup. Let's get out to Oklahoma head coach Brent Venables after his team took down BYU 31-24 in Provo.
What a heck of an effort that was by BYU. Coach had no surprise. They've played really well at home, and I think they're outscored their opponents 41-10 on forced turnovers, and today we outscored them 21-0 on turnovers. Big, obviously, a huge part in the game. We've outscored our opponents 91-3 off of turnovers in our 9 wins this season. So really proud of the guys, the way they battled from the beginning to the end. There was we were uncharacteristically not gap sound several times, and we did work option, and we had 2 kind of plans. One of them was good enough to win, but not very good plan. But our guys overcame that and played a little better in the second half. Again, we had a 3-play drive, 4-play drive, had a pick 6, and that drive got all the way down there. What a heck of a play by Billy, and then a forced fumble. The very next drive, Danny knocks it loose, and then another 3 and out the very next drive. So gotten a little bit of a rhythm, got some confidence, a little more sound in the run game, and Dylan again in the offense was playing good, playing well, again all things considered, and had, I think he was 13 of 21, I believe, or just under 200 yards, had a couple of touchdowns, no interceptions, and he's got an upper body injury, but I think he'll be back and available pretty quick. But Jackson came in and just did a lot of little stuff the right way, protected the football, chewed up some yards, made good decisions, distributed it really well. Guys played well around him, had the chance, we had the double move, and it was wide open for the 2-touchdown lead there, and just got a little anxious. He was so wide open. But, red zone offense was really good today. Obviously, we missed one of the field goals down there, but, the one that they were 2 out of 3, and the one that we stopped, obviously, was the pick 6. Danny, I don't know, I think he had 10 tackles. He's on IVs, literally. I didn't think he was going to play, but he said he was going to no matter what. I think he had a little bit of flu bug, and was really sick all day yesterday, last night, this morning. Wasn't able to join us for much of anything, but he's like, my butt's playing, and I've cleaned it up a little bit. But that's what he loves about Danny. This is a team that likes to play. They like to compete. We don't always coach them perfect. We got a lot to get better at. We had several false start penalties today, but we did football, difference in the game. And again, the defense continued to fight. They've played pretty dang good on the season. So this is one of those moments. They're not prepared for the worst case scenario mentally and physically. If they don't have good leadership, things could go south there in the second half and just not could get pretty splintered. And that's not how they responded. They responded like you would want them to, like a champion would do, and a group of guys that are highly invested, and they care about each other, they care about their opportunity, and they care about their product they put out on the field. And so they took ownership and figured stuff out there in the second half. So fantastic. I think Rondale got his first fumble recovery, and Gavin, that's his 3rd straight 100-yard plus game. So he was fantastic, broke a lot of tackles, and offensive line was really good for most of the day. And
Brent Venables was very complimentary of BYU and the scene in Provo. Good stuff from Venables there after his Sooners take down BYU and still remain in that championship game hunt heading into the final weekend in the Big 12. Another coach that's also in the running to get back to the Big 12 championship game is Kansas State. Here's Chris Klieman after his team got the Sunflower Rivalry win over Kansas.
Resolve, toughness, battling for your brothers. That was a good football team we beat in a really good environment, and we knew we were going to get their best shot, and I think we did get their best shot. For a while, it didn't look very good. We were struggling to slow them down on defense. They do a good job of shift trade and motions and getting us misaligned and give them credit. I thought they did some good things, but we hung in there. We just hung in there on some stuff. Made some corrections in the third quarter finally. I think we get 3 or 4 stops in a row, a couple picks that we had to have. And then our offense, when they had to make plays, made big-time plays. I mean, we had some big-time drives. We had 10 plays, 87 yards in the third quarter to get it close, and then 6 plays, 55 yards to take the lead. And I knew they were going to have one more shot at coming back, and they did a nice drive. We get the big pick, and then nothing better than finishing the game on offense and running the clock out with a couple big first downs.
There you go. That's Chris Klieman, Kansas State head coach, one of the best coaches in the Big 12. There's no doubt about it. He is truly one of the best in this league, and he will be going forward in the conference. We close out the Big 12 Sound Roundup with BYU running back Aidan Robbins, who had a career performance as a BYU Cougar, along with cornerback Eddie Heckard, who had some strong takes about his feelings of how BYU stacked up against Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, it's big. I mean, you can turn into a shootout, but if you can't take care of the ball, you won't win any football games. Simple.
How deflating was that 100-yard pick, and how resilient did the offense show that they marched right downfield on the very next drive? Yeah, I mean, obviously it stings a little bit, especially when you drive all the way down, you get to the 2-yard line or whatever. But I mean, that's football. It's all about adversity, and it's life lessons, man. I mean, when adversity hits you in the face, how you gonna respond? So we still had time on the clock. We knew we was gonna get the ball right back. So it's just all about responding at that point.
Before that pick six, were you surprised you didn't get the ball in that play?
A little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. It happened, and you can't do anything to change that.
Eddie, it's now do or die time to get bowl eligible, one more game. But what can you take from this game going against one of the top teams into Stillwater?
That we're fine. We're one of them teams. I mean, we had the chance to go up on them late, and I mean, they made a play, and we're better than them. So that's how I feel. I don't think we got nothing else to say about them. They was a good team, but we better.
What do you think kind of went into some of the longer third down conversions that they had on offense?
Just execution by them. Us not executing it. It's just that's what they did. I mean, they're a good team now. They ranked. They beat Texas, Bama. So I mean, they beat Texas, not Bama, but yeah, they're good. I mean, number 12. I had my hands full this game, so I already knew what was up.
That was BYU running back Aidan Robbins and cornerback Eddie Heckard after they fell to Oklahoma 31-24. And that'll do it for the Big 12 Sound Roundup. Here on 1st and 12, taking a break, we'll get to the Four Corners Whip Around. How did the new schools that'll be joining next year from the Pac-12, how'd they fare over the weekend? Just a tease. They didn't do so well. We'll talk about that next in the Four Corners Whip Around here on 1st and 12, and it's powered by KSL Sports.